What up, YouTube? It's a Thief. Remember to click on that subscribe button and enable notifications to stay up to date on all things Fortnite. Also, remember to catch me live at twitch.tv/TCThief Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Remember, Twitch is free, and you can link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account and get a free subscription to any of your favorite streamers out there. And remember that Fortnite offers often, very often, legendary skins. So stop waiting and come by the stream and say hello. So I wanted to post another solo video on my alt account. Well, not another solo video. This will be the first solo video for my alt account. And I wanted to get it in there with my level 85 and do some underleveled stuff. So you can see I'm in a power zone 94 and I'm power level 85. So I just wanted to show how really easy this is if you have the right traps and you have the right stats. On my alt account, it gave me an opportunity to actually put stats where I really wanted them. You can see I have 2324 offense and 1582 tech. I don't have a lot spec'd into resistance and offense, or resistance and endurance, but if you use this setup, if you go with offense and tech, you will be able to your traps will be able to do a lot more damage, and you'll be able to do a lot more damage with your guns. I'm a shooter. I'm not really a trapper. I use traps some. You have to in solo mode, but I really like shooting, so I went very, very offense heavy. But once again, this is the first thing you need to really consider if you're going to be doing stuff solo, proper speccing. So make sure you're putting all of your points into offense and tech, and at the just very minimal shield and resistance, because the theory is if you kill the husks before they get to you, you don't need shield and resistance. So we're going to go through this. You can see the first part of this run looking for the bomb. I'm gonna fast forward through a lot of the boring parts. There's sections of it where I went in there and I didn't have any herbs, so I'm literally going through the maps and farming the herbs. But I mean, it's a typical bomb mission. I look for the rift and the launcher, and I look for the armory, and then you run the tracks. I think portions of it I run the track the wrong way. It's a lot more difficult to do this with solo, because you're not really talking to each other. It's a lot easier to find the track route when you have multiple people looking around. So we'll go ahead and fast forward through all of this, and I mean, typical find A, find B, run tracks, and you can see I fell. I did die in this, and I used a res, I think, while I was running the tracks, which is a pretty bad idea. I don't solo a lot of stuff because I think it's boring. I mean, it's a co-op game, and I think you should play it with friends. It's a lot more fun when you play it with friends. I mean, people get out there and they really, really like soloing, because it's like a badge of honor. They could say, oh, I soloed this, but I don't know. It's never been really fun to me, but a lot of viewers and for a lot of my Twitch viewers and a lot of YouTube subs have been asking me to post. So here's my solo stuff. Thief delivers. All right, I'm fast forwarding through a bunch of this. This is the pretty boring part of the mission. You're just essentially running the tracks. You can see right here in this first little part, I ran the tracks incorrectly, and I had to go find the other way to run the tracks because the rift blocks it a lot of times. You can see right here I corrected where I ran the tracks, and I ran it the proper way. And the launcher's right there. I connect the launcher, and I think you can see where I die right here. I was doing something I wasn't supposed to be. I was looking at like gas traps or something, and the mobs just killed me. So you can see right here I start delivering the bombs. This, in comparison to the party missions have a lot more mob density. You can see I deliver this bomb with ease. It's pretty easy to deliver the bombs. There's not a lot of mobs, so basically use your abilities and kill all the mobs before the bomb gets to the launcher, pretty much. I mean, typical standard mission. I'll fast forward through the rest of this because, once again, I think a lot of this is boring. I don't know. You guys can tell me whether you think this is interesting. This is my first go at narrating, but I really don't know what to say. I mean, mob spawn, shoot mobs, deliver bomb to armory, or to launcher, and that's the gist of it. But I can go over my methodology of laying traps and what I look for on these missions. So we'll just go ahead and fast forward through the rest of this until the bomb gets to the launcher. You can see in this footage, I spent a good portion of time farming herbs. I went into the mission with, I think, 14 herbs, so I had enough to craft a couple of gas traps. So rule of thumb is come to missions prepared, do your farming before. Next time I do a video, I'll be a lot more prepared, so you don't have to sit here and watch me pick bushes for 5 minutes. I'm gonna get the herb slaves on it in Plankerton, craft them guns, and get them to go pick me some herbs. But so you can see right here, I have mobs spawning from the northeast and the southwest. So they're coming at diagonal angles, which can be difficult sometimes when setting up your trap tunnels. You didn't see during the delivery of the bomb, but I died during the delivery of the bomb. So right now I'm working off of no res. So if I die, I have to go spawn back at the start point because I'm not running banners. So I set up a typical trap tunnel, the 2x2s, so the ones that I use and deliver the bomb, except I set it up at a diagonal angle, and I'm gonna have the mobs come through diagonal portion of the trap tunnel, and basically it's going to be the same thing. You want to keep the mobs in the trap tunnel as long as possible. The first thing that should go down in any trap tunnel is slow spikes. So I got this set up, and you can really see me thinking about what I'm gonna do because of the spawn point, and I really don't like it when they come from these angles, but it's doable, and it's in these non-party buffed missions, it's a lot easier to do it. So once again, I'm breaking walls because I haven't made up my mind what I'm gonna do yet. And I put the wall back down, but I put the double launchers on that side because I expect the husks to go over to that side, and I want them to keep getting knocked back and stay in the tunnel. And then I'm going to put 4 gases on the ceiling. You could see me right here looking at the herbs. I have 12 herbs, and I need to put, you know, I think 4 gas traps up on the other side of the spawn, so coming from the northwest direction. You can see my traps, what I have in my inventory. It's pretty much a limited setup. I have my gas trap that's 106. I have my wall launchers that are 106, and then I have some wooden floor spikes and floor launchers. Everything else is working off a pretty limited budget. So I haven't shown this account a lot of love. I haven't done a lot of trapping on this account, and this just goes to show you that you can go into some of the higher level missions as a lower level if you're spec correctly, and you can solo this with ease. It's not going to well, it is going to show it, but you can see during the actual raid, after I activate the bomb, I die during the raid, and then I have to res all the way at start and make my way back on my hoverboard, and I still completed the mission pretty much with ease, even with being absent from the launcher during the raid. So once again, if you guys want to do this, get in here and actually try your hand at soloing it. It's a lot more fun than I thought it was. So once again, this is the other side of the spawn. I'm taking out all the walls where I think the husks are going to be. I want them to walk in the same fashion as I did to the other side, but I got a lot less room to work with on this side. I kind of have this cliff in the way to the left, so I'm going to break up the track so I can start my trap tunnel off here before the wall. And with this, I'm not going to set up my typical 2x2 setup. I'm going to do some variation of it. I'm going to have wall launchers launching them outside of the tunnels as they walk in and launching them back down the tunnels as they're walking down. Once again, the goal is to keep the mobs in the trap tunnels as long as possible. Keep that gas working and keep them afflicted. If you do that, you'll have a lot less problems with spillage with mobs coming out of your tunnels. I'm just gonna fast forward through this because once again I'm freaking picking bushes because I don't have any herbs and I think this is pretty boring. So you can see right there, I know what killed me. It's the mobs. I was setting up a tunnel and I got a propane thrown at me, and that's what killed me. So I use my res right here, which is a big mistake. I didn't think about this until after the fact because I've been playing Horde Bash and you get 4 lives during Horde Bash. So if you die like this in solo mode, make sure you res back to the start if you're not running banner, because you just used your res, and if you die again during the raid, you have to leave and go back to the start point. So this is just a typical entry exit trap tunnel. I have a level 20 zapper back there. I think I end up taking it down. Once again, I don't have a lot of traps on this account, so I have to use what I got, and I have almost 0 rain on this account to level anything. You can see I farm a little bit more herbs here, and then I'm gonna go back and finish off this trap tunnel. But for the most part, all I put was gas all the way down, and you can see in this when I activate the launcher that the gas just completely wrecks it. So we're just gonna go ahead and fast forward to the actual activation of the launcher. You can see at the end when I'm done building everything that I abided by the build limit. I think the end state was 87 out of 110. Once again, it's really easy on these missions to use the limited amount if you put traps and tunnels in the right place. Right here, I'm about to activate the launcher. I think I build, yes, right here, I do build a wall around the launcher and I activate it. For the first part, you can see me looking around to see where the mob density is coming, because usually in the deliver the bomb missions you have a strong spawn and a weak spawn. It looks to me like in this that both spawns were equally dense on mobs. So you can see the trap tunnels going to work. That gas just hits so hard. And once again, I'm under leveled. This is level 94 mobs, and I'm level 85. So this just goes to show how strong those trap tunnels, or that gas trap is. I really think it needs to be nerfed, but hopefully people don't flame me and Epic doesn't nerf it because of me. Hopefully devs don't watch my YouTube videos. I'm not YouTube famous, so. But you can see me going back and forth here and just getting the spillage husks that make it through the tunnels. Just go back and forth and I'll kill them as they come out. Not a lot of things make it through the tunnels. You can see up here that stuff started going up and around. I don't know why they were blocked off. A lot of people have theories on the husks will not go if it's 3 tiles within so-and-so, but some husks just do what they want and just go all over the place. This mini boss comes out, and this I instead of doing this commentary while I was going, I wanted to do this after the fact because I can look and I can dissect what I did wrong. It's a lot more difficult with all the stuff going on in solo mode to see what is going on with the mini boss. You could see up there tank, vampiric, water, acid pools. So the first thing I was firing at him was my fire gun. So make sure when this epic mini boss comes out, you read the tooltip in that upper left hand corner. So I thought I was shooting my nature gun at him, but I was not paying attention. So I immediately switched over to going in commando because a lot of the mobs will be tech vulnerable, and I don't even think I looked at the tooltip until I got back. You can see it click in my brain. My main focus was keeping the mobs from getting inside the launcher, not killing the mini boss, because a lot of times you can just ignore that mini boss and keep building walls and keep them occupied if the husks aren't spilling out of the trap tunnels. You can see right here it's going to click in my mind that it's a water look, I'm shooting my fire gun at it like a pleb, and then I switch over to my nature gun, and I'm all, oh, it's water. And I go make sure nothing's getting through the tunnels. You can see me drop my turret right there, so I can become preoccupied with this mini boss. And it's acid pool, so this is really, really cancer. I can't get close to the mini boss and put this P90 to work. But you can see I kill him right here, and I'm getting effed up by the acid pools. But right here, I kill the mini boss, and I get a legendary melee weapon out of it. But once again, it's important to read that tooltip, and if the mini boss is something crazy like tank, heal, it's probably better that you just ignore him and you go back to monitoring the tunnels and make sure nothing's getting out of the tunnels. But this is going to pretty much wrap it up. You can see that I have like, what, 80% of the launcher left, and I mean, I think I could just go AFK right here and let everything through, and nothing would kill the launcher at this point. So this is the point of no return. Once again, you can compare this video to the last one that I just posted and see how much more difficult the party buffed levels are than this. This was pretty much AFK, especially if there was no mini boss in this level. I literally could have AFK'd it. But once again, I just wanted to post this video. I think I'm going to do a lot more of these solo missions. But the problem is I want to solo 100s as 85. And I'm pretty much limited to RNG. So whatever spawns on alert, I can go play. But I'm not at a point on this tune where I can get to the levels. I have to look. They said that you can complete all your SSDs and access all of the levels. That's something that I might have to look into with this tune. But you could see my rewards. I got like 80 rain for this, and then I got me a husk stomper or some poo-poo piece of melee garbage. But hey, once again, thank you guys for watching. This is TC Thief, and remember, stay classy, folks.